Yes, family, it's the God Mathematics.
And this is Raw.
And we are the Hangout. Yo, last week we had a super dope episode with AOP Black, but we had some audio technical difficulties because of the computer, not us. So we're going to start the episode 5 minutes in. We just lost the intro, but we have the whole episode. It's guaranteed a banger. Make sure you check it out. So we out of here. Get into that episode. AOP Black. Peace.
AOP Black, nigga. POS, the pudge, nigga, huh?
Did you violate it?
I lay on top of the money so I sleep better. Got the Glock in the 305 so now my heat better. I copped a couple of whips so I could creep better. Dollar signs in my shades, nigga, now I see better. I got the eye of the tiger like Rocky. Put a hole in any bitch nigga tryna stop me. Learn how to be a hustler from Uncle Poppy. Make all these rap killings clean, niggas never sloppy. We going hard, letting bullets fly until the morning. Police gon' knock on your mama door and tell her you's a goner. Shorty rocking all the power, now I really wanna. Ass fat, tits, big type of shit that I'm condoning. We from the west side of Harlem and I must really want it. All my niggas stay active in drama, we really want it. I'm a born leader, Leonidas 300. Force cars are thrown every day to show 'em we really own it. Brand new whips and shit with bad bitches. I got a wifey, but I need some mistresses. A nigga said my name, that nigga picture this. New family photos, and you missing, bitch. I'm about that bag, no time to play around. Popping any big mouth nigga, trying to make it sound. Man, this rap shit easy, I got it locked up. Clap or jack in the box, niggas that pop up.
Art of
Power music. Power music.
Yeah.
Power clothing.
We got AOP Black.
Power Visions. That's a fact.
We got AOP Black, and what's the girl name?
Dub Pudge.
Dub Pudge. I like that.
Dub Pudgy.
I like that. Dub Pudgy. So they are a great performer. They both great performers. They just did one of our events at $3 bill.
Yeah.
Killed it. We had like 10 people watching.
Flip the ring.
It was seriously, it was like 25.
10 to 10,000 is still in the show, bro.
But the people did what they did, like it was 1,000 people there. So we respected it.
We don't care how many people at the show. We gonna show our energy everywhere we go.
AOP Black always do that, man. So I already know. When we have him perform at our joints, energetic. He's in motion. He's doing what he do.
Motion.
I done seen another person rhyme with you when we was in the Bronx at Evo. Homie was good too. Yeah, one of your people's
boy Bully. Shouts out to Bully.
Right.
AOP
so
Bully. AOP Bully. He's
so
Power music.
Definitely did his thing also. So I seen about 3 of your actually perform. So you definitely got something. We're gonna get deeper into that conversation, but before we do that, we like to talk about a couple of things that's happening in society. We don't care about society, but it be happening, and the people who follow us sometimes care. So we like to talk about a couple of topics, run them past our guests, and see how they feel about certain things. But before we do that too, shout out to, or rest in peace to, Woody Wood, the third member of the Hangout, and he's not here no more. He was one of the founders and creators of the show, so we always like to give him a shout out before we do anything.
Definitely.
But a lot of things is happening. I found on TV, I had pneumonia.
So yeah, time.
For like 2.5 weeks. It was crazy. Crazy.
Up though, right?
Yeah, I've been good for about 5 days now. I was down for 2.5 weeks though. So actually the first time I actually been out was the event. So yeah, I got caught in the rain.
Yeah, that's not a good thing.
Never, ever.
Never, ever. And this weather keep on changing on us and shit.
Now I know what it was.
One day it's hot, next day
I got caught in the rain bad. Like, when your socks is soaked. I wasn't in rushing no more. I conceded to the point that I'm done.
Yeah.
And it hit me 2 days later. So the next day, I didn't think nothing happened. I was all right, this should be, it didn't get me.
Yeah, they got you.
Next day, I think we had the event, at the Moon Ring.
Oh, the last one.
That's the last time I was alive. That's the last time I was alive. Seriously.
Like that I seen you do. Yeah, that was it.
Yeah, and me missing 2 weeks of work is like missing like 2 months of work for the average person. So, you know, it's I do a lot at S.STREET Media.
Push you to the business.
So yeah, so I was down, but while I was pause, hey yo, I was out of it, and a lot of shit was going on during these times. One of the things that kind of fucked me up was the Australian breakdancer. Just Australian break.
Oh yeah, at the Olympics.
At the Olympics.
I won't punch her out.
She goes by the name of Ray Gun.
Ray Gun.
And her shit was terrible.
That's one name, Ray Gun.
Nah, her name is like some other shit, but that's her. That's like her.
They shortened it.
Nah, they gave her like when you in hip hop, you know.
Wow. Oh, that's a nickname.
Yeah, that's her nickname. That's her nickname.
I don't like
so. I didn't see it when it happened, but I seen it on Instagram and many other platforms, YouTube, whatever. And she's terrible. She was terrible. I'm not going in front, man. I don't know how she got into the Olympics. Cause
I'm crying. It was a scam. And she scammed her way in. She was the only person from Australia to go there, and we never seen the competition. Y'all ever seen breakdancing in Australia?
Nah.
So now y'all know that she's not the best. Like at what she do, like everybody breakdance like that over there. Everything else, but we can't Google that. Like, come on, y'all have to give her a break. She might be the best in her country. Like
when I see her breakdancing, I felt in my soul that I should have been on an Olympic basketball team.
Why is breakdancing inside the Olympics, man?
Why is that?
It's the first and last time. It's gonna be the first and last time. It won't be happening in 2028. They shot that shit down, or whatever the next one is. 2028. They not fucking with it. But to me, it was an insult. It was an insult to real B-boys, because breakdancing is definitely like the commercial name of the culture. Hip hop is not hip hop. They was rhyming in the motherfucking schoolyards. They was doing b-boying. They was writing graffiti. They didn't call it hip hop.
Yeah, I don't think breakdancing is a sport.
I think it's a sport as that other ice sport when they be cleaning the front of it and they be with their daughters. Man, what kind of sport is that?
I don't ice cleaning. Ice cleaning. I don't think nobody knows the name.
No, I forget the name of it. I mean, it don't matter to me. I don't really watch that shit so far. But I can't remember the name of it. And I feel like it's right there, but I can't remember the name of it.
But she was terrible, man. She was terrible, and from what the guard was telling me, like she was one of the people that put the people into the Olympics.
That's from there.
Yeah, that's like double dipping.
You think she did some shit that she put herself in? Yeah, she did that. She disqualified everybody in Australia so that she could be the one to do it. Like she put together a fake competition, but then made herself like, yeah, I won this. But who's to say, like, we here in America, how do they judge the competition? Breakdancing in Australia. How do you become a professor of breakdancing in Australia?
It's crazy, man. It's crazy. Like, speaking of the Olympics, you had this Algerian boxer, female boxer.
It was the trans.
Transformer?
Decepticon.
Yeah, a Decepticon.
Look, my name, I'm letting it be known. I have no issues with that.
No, I don't know. Let me say this. I don't even know. I wasn't going that route. It went that way, so I went, pause. That's how it was directed, but I wasn't going that route with that. I just want to say the person name is female is named Iman Khalif. She's an Algerian boxer. It was controversy over gender testing. The Algerian boxer fought a female Italian boxer.
Oh, that one is she not trans? She's more than a woman.
It's a woman.
Yeah,
it's a woman.
Yeah.
Where
she's not trans woman.
Yeah, no, that's what I said. I wasn't going that route.
Well, you got look, man. You almost know FBI's, man.
Oh, nah, CIA, none of that shit. That's a fact. That's a fact. But she fought another female boxer from Italy by the name of Angela Carney, and chick quit after like 46 seconds, and
it was less than that.
Yeah, it was a 2-piece biscuit. Yeah, and she quit.
It wasn't even Popeye serving it.
Nah. I just think that because that person was disqualified in the World Championship last year about her gender also eligible.
Too much testosterone. More than estrogen.
So what they call that then? When you born like that as a female, when you got so much male energy in your side.
They used to call it hermaphrodite.
Nah, hermaphrodite is different when you're born with both.
Italian. I want to do with that.
Yeah, that's not the same, but
that's not the same parts.
If she's born a woman and she should be performing inside these things, because right now, people right now letting men inside women sports, but
which I disagree with.
Which I disagree with too. But then y'all don't want her inside women's sports because she have too much like that. That's kind of contradictory.
There was another Asian boxer also that was accused of the same thing, and I think they actually fought. So they have a system of way of testing internationally, but it's ran by Russia.
They own that.
Like seriously, it's ran by Russia. Russia, they had a picture of them with Putin. So like we don't even know if it was like real or some like.
But I heard in Russia they got better testing than America, especially for like fighting sports and stuff like that. So like they have a better system than us that don't drain the fighters. Cause like I know about that because I like UFC and all that. So they have a better system over there than us
of testing wise.
Yeah.
So. Maybe I just jumped the gun on the Putin thing.
He's the leader of testing all things.
Not him personally, but
the country.
Yeah.
So where he once they find out what it is, they tell him first. Just in case he got to cover something up.
Yo, some other shit we was talking about off camera was Judge Joe Brown.
Yeah. Man. I can't really listen to him for long. He got the voice, right?
Yeah,
that dragon country voice.
What's the dude from Family Guy?
Cleveland.
Yeah, Cleveland.
But he be saying some shit though.
Nah, he definitely do be dropping gems.
Yo, I watched a couple of those joints. We had one playing earlier, the one with Obama being related to George Bush, which is the truth. Y'all could look that up. Most presidents was related. If you don't know,
most of them they vetted them from youth. And then they brought them in and they they molded them from the time they was little, putting them in schools. They was paying almost $10,000 a month for them to be in back in the day. You know what I'm saying? So currency change now. It was worth way more back then than it is now. So he was born and bred into all of that.
Facts, definitely. And Judge Joe Brown is also like pause, Dick Gregory shit. Pause. Political activist type shit now. He's not doing the court shit no more. But he's revealing a lot of truths, and not just revealing it, but he gives like the facts that you can actually look up.
Historical facts about
the facts behind it. It's not just like a dude just spewing. I said spewing. Pause. Spewing. Spewing. I got a speech impediment. Yeah. So So he's like on some Dick Gregory shit. Pause. very challenging a lot of things that we see as real and he's saying is not real. One of the things he was talking about was Kamala Harris. How you feel about Kamala Harris?
I still don't have a feeling yet. Pause.
For Kamala Harris,
Like for her to be a president.
For her in any way.
I feel like if the women didn't vote for Hillary Clinton, they not voting for her. And secondly, if I do vote, I'm voting for Kennedy. Yeah, I really am.
Oh no, he dropped out.
Oh, he dropped out?
He dropped out, and I think that he's pushing going towards the Trump route. You could, don't quote me on that, but I know he dropped out already. But I forgot what I read. I think he was going behind Trump or supporting Trump.
do y'all feel like y'all votes really matter?
I don't vote.
I don't know.
I don't feel like the votes matter.
I don't go to jury duty
I feel like the popular vote could get knocked off by the
Electoral vote.
Yeah, that's a fact.
They know who they picking. The popular vote will let them make a different kind of choice, or maybe all the people want them, but it's not about the people. It's country, and I think everybody know that already.
Of course.
Yeah, I'm anti-politics. I'm an outlaw that can't ride the bikes. Pause. You know what I mean? Like
I ain't been on.
I paused on G.O.
Like when you say pause, they gotta be the way it's like yo pause, like you know what I'm saying, like but it's like you
Nah.
like you deliberately saying this. This is better than
I just know I speak kind of proper. I speak kind of proper, so it'd be hard for me to like avoid it. So I just be like, if I'm on point, even though I still get caught all the time. I get caught all the time.
Let's do this. We gonna give you a pause pad.
A pause. You a pause pad.
We gonna give you a
That's
pause.
the first time that actually happened on the show. I appreciate that.
I'm gonna pull that. And honestly, I think I gotta say nah, because he might just
But
you overboard.
nah, you get a pause pad. Go to you know what's there. She's doing that.
Nah, I don't know.
Yo, you know what's funny? Because we invented the pause go zone, like as our phrase.
Right.
And I never had a pause pass. I think we're going to use that. We're going to use that.
Pause pass.
Yeah, we're going to use that.
Because every time
We use pause passes to women. We don't pause women. We don't pause women. You know what I mean? So that's the woman is automatically like it goes.
We're not shooting that gender right now. We're gonna shoot that.
I'm gonna say we are stealing. I would say it straight up. We are stealing the pause pass for the show. We might give it to one person every episode. Just cause. I like that. That goes with goes with our shit.
It's called innovation, baby. You gotta make it work.
That's a fact. That's a fact. But yes, you know, this Kamala Harris, the political shit. I don't agree with none of that shit. I'm the person. If you catch me and I get locked up, if y'all let me out, I'm running. I'm like, I don't listen to law. Like, I'm anti-law. I've been hopping the train now for a long time, but recently, about 5 years straight, and got caught once. And I just had to pay that ticket recently, and I was upset. $120 for the couple of thousand that I just jumped up.
You pay those? I passed through a couple of thousands.
For me, I can't be anti-law. I think law helps keep the society stable. If people walking outside and they feel unsafe, they're not gonna be themselves. You're gonna be on militant mind and militant time, and so it's like without the law, you're gonna have the
Wild West all over.
But the law is corrupt already. So a lot of that stuff you described it is happening.
Yeah,
everything can be corrupt.
Everything is corrupt,
but then
not can be. Everything is the medical system, educational system, name it. Judicial.
Just because it's corrupt doesn't mean it's not working.
I never said about work. It's not about working. It's corrupt. And when you have corruption, you have failure in the system. And so whether it be judicial is a failure. When you talk about the police, that if you call them like these police, if that's fair, I've been in prison and too many times to think that it is fair. They are biased towards us negatively. You know what I mean? So the only person it's fair for is for them.
So
not fair for us.
So I have to play the
When the
devil's
law
advocate.
don't work, what you supposed to do?
I have to
You
play the
gotta take
devil's
it to
advocate.
your own hand. That's we have the law to have our own weapons and defend ourselves and defend our own land. Yeah, people have to understand and educate themselves on the law that you could protect yourself and stand for. You don't need the police either. It's not just about the police. You could hold your own ground by learning the law and seeing what you could do to protect yourself, have your weapons, or whatever the case may be.
That was called the pandemic.
Or
That was niggas caught a lot of K's during the pandemic. It was lawless. It was some streets empty. People still dying. You know what I mean?
What you found?
Whether it be through sickness, which they I'm not gonna go into that because you're on YouTube.
Yeah.
But like whether it's not fit. It's not leaning towards our favor. In no way.
who was affected most by the pandemic? What age?
Elderly.
No. That's they wanted you to believe.
I could prove it.
That's what they wanted you to believe.
I could prove it.
Well,
And then there's nothing I say that I can't show and prove.
what can you prove? That
I can show and prove, so
was the most affected by
that
the
was,
pandemic.
in
You're saying you're speaking from one lens and you talk about.
I could show and prove. There's nothing I said.
As far as what you said, as far as sickness.
I could show and prove through COVID the sickness.
See,
the elderly was the most.
You getting it twisted. You're not listening to what I'm saying. If I'm saying who was affected the most by the pandemic, meaning the totality of the pandemic, not just COVID or coronavirus or whatever.
You didn't explain it that way. Originally, you had
I just said
you just moved the goalpost a little bit, but it's cool.
The pandemic wasn't just
It's
COVID.
cool.
The pandemic was.
I know. You said who was
I
affected
didn't say
most by
COVID. I didn't
originally.
say COVID. I said the pandemic.
All right, so I take that back. But the pandemic, who was the people most affected outside of sickness? You say, it would be us. From a black perspective, because we in most of those cases, matter of fact, I'm not going to say black. I'm going to say the people who's living in at the lower level, poverty wise, was the most
Yeah, because
affected.
I was about to say there's more white people in America than black people.
I could show and prove that's false.
You could prove
That's false.
It's more black people in America.
Now, when you say black,
we the
what are
majority.
you saying?
Like African Americans.
Oh, so that's a different. That's it, y'all. Keep moving the goalposts.
No, we going.
I don't want to debate. I don't want to debate. I don't want to debate.
We're gonna stick to what I'm saying.
I don't want to debate.
because my point was never able to be spoken, so I'll speak it. When I say who was affected most by the pandemic, yeah, y'all go straight to black and white in poverty, impoverished situations. No, the most affected during the pandemic was the youth from the age of 16 to 21. You said PDs and all that, like as in murders and everything that happened during the pandemic. The spike was about 78% of the murders and homicides committed during the pandemic was between the ages of 16 and 21. That has been the highest percentage in the history of America.
Never.
And for that age group,
For that age group, no.
50%.
I disagree, man.
150%.
When we show and prove, cash on. Now, let me show and prove.
you can show and prove me
Time out.
something,
Time
then
out.
that-
You can't just keep making points and don't allow the other person. When I say I could prove, let me prove. Like, you got to let me. So far, every time I said that, you not have allowed me to show and prove. So let me show and prove that to be wrong. So during the 80s, right? So let me go to my time. I'm not going to go that deep. In the 90s, specifically 1994, right? There was over 2,000 murders within 1 year span, and most of those murders was in that same age group under the culture of drug dealing. So, let me finish, God. Brooklyn had around 718. You can look this up. Brooklyn had around 718 murders. Manhattan had around 200 plus murders. Bronx had 600 and some change in murders. Queens had about, I think it was in the threes, somewhere in the threes. It was over 2,000 murders. 3 people was dying. The average in the places of like East New York, which was the murder murder capital. How you say that?
Or capital.
The murder capital of the United States during that time. Not Memphis, not Camden, like these days. East New York. So when you say about this high spike, it actually went down. In these times, it's around 600 murders. 700. Now, during the pandemic, I'm going to look up them numbers, but the high to us now is 600 murders. Around 600 to 700 murders. So
when they declared a state of emergency in New York, you're telling me that wasn't
they did that. That's not the first time that happened.
You're telling me the amount of youth that was during in that age group that was hit for indictments, incarcerated, taken off the streets.
That was happening in my time, God. That was happening at a higher rate.
They was indicting at a higher rate. You believe that?
God.
Then how come they got?
Let me show and prove that now. Let me show and prove that now.
How come they have more prisons for juveniles now? Way more than they had.
Let me show and prove that, God. Rikers Island and prison, the population has went down, God. Substantially.
Yeah, Mike, did you know what?
No, I'm talking about like period. And I could go to my period of time because I'm 47 years old, God. I grew up in it. I was outside since 1986 to about I went to prison 2006. So from 1986 to 2006, I was really outside, and I was amongst killers, and I was like truly, and I have older sisters, and what the time is now, which is crazy, but the only reason why it's crazy is because we have social media, and social media making small things look big, but in reality, in my time when there was no social media, you knew not to go to East New York. You knew not to go to the Bronx. You knew not to go to Sugar Hill. You knew not to, like, that. It was no social media. Word of mouth.
Yeah, word of mouth.
That nigga's a killer. Mm-hmm. That's Alpo. He's a killer. You know what I mean? Like, there was no social media. So imagine it's happening worse then because it is at a higher rate. It was really happening. You would know about shit that was a killing. Fuck the news. Through word of mouth. Now it's a smaller thing happening, but it's so many cameras on something and make it look like a lot. So when I think about the pandemic for this time period, I use that for this time period because that's what the craziest shit was happening at that time, like recently, and you're younger, so I know it's a reality. That was a killer time. You're right. You're 100% right. And even these times when these kids is really at a high rate, but in reality it went down substantially. But through social media it make it look crazy. My mother is 85. She think it's crazy not because she's outside, but because she see it on TV. And back in the days, a nigga got bodied 3 times a day. You didn't see nothing of that shit on TV, God. Like you had to really be white to make it to TV, or the Central Park 5 to make it to TV. You know what I mean? Or you'll get a little article. I made a newspaper a couple of times. You'll get a little article in the newspaper. It'll be real light. Easter kids on Easter. Easter vacation from high school is 3 things like 2 assaults and a murder happened. That's what really happened that I was involved. That was the biggest thing, and a lot of people went like that. That's the attention they got. Now you got saying what's the shit they with the phone with the crime? Citizen.
Yeah.
So with Citizen, everybody getting everything now. So I could see saying just through this, but in reality, in my time, it was really happening, and the word of mouth. Oh, that nigga's a killer. That nigga robs that. Oh, he's getting real money. That was a real conversation that was happening in the streets. You would know, like I know you're in your mode now. You would know, like, oh shit, you stay away from that that block is crazy right now. Like it's going down. Mm-hmm. So that's why I say to that. No, I'm not confrontational or debatable. Like I'm not like that. Nah. But there's certain things where I say I could prove. Like I'm not out. Like no, without I wouldn't. I don't talk out my ass. I really.
Oh yeah, nah. Talking out your ass is
pause
for niggas who fall.
Oh yeah.
Nah, no.
You got me. Pause.
Yeah, no.
Pause. You got me.
That's not a pause. But talking,
That was nothing in my time, but I get it. I get it.
Talking,
I got it.
You're just saying words because you think it sound right.
You got it. You got it on that.
But no, it goes back to my point. It stands. The youth, the people that was affected by the pandemic.
But no, I don't disagree. I don't disagree.
Was that age group?
I don't disagree. But when you said like you said no, I just
about cameras in the neighborhood.
you had said
the only thing that cameras in the neighborhood did was make your neighborhood the most dangerous place for you to be.
No, you said no. The point that you said on that I responded to on that because you're right on my
the highest spike in murders between 16 and 21.
No, but ever, and that's not true.
In New York City, yes, at that percentage and at that rate, yes,
never,
because it was consistent.
It happened before, God, and that's a fact. It happened. And the age group is the same age group, God. When you the people, let's talk about the ages of like Alpo or somebody. When they went to prison, how old they was, God? You think they went to prison 30 years old? 35?
Nah, them niggas is from Harlem. And
no, I'm just saying. I'm asking you.
They wasn't old.
They was 25 and under, God.
They was now
25 and under, God. 25 niggas was making the money at 14 years old, God. At 14 years old, I know niggas at 12 years old kingpins. What are you talking about, God?
A 12-year-old kingpin.
There's a group of dudes from Jersey. Listen, I never just talk just to talk, bro. There's something called, you can look it up, it's in Feds magazine. I'm going to show and prove. There's a dude from Jersey who makes shirts called, I rocked up, the prison, what's the shit called? His name is Sean something. He makes, I wear the prison shirt, forget prison, something like that. He was part of a group of kids. It was called Killer Kids or Jersey Kids. I forgot what it was called. It was on Fed magazine. There was no one older than 18 years old. And the youngest dude was Sean, either Sean Harley or the Spanish dude. They was 12 and 13 years old kingpins, God. You can look this up. I'm not making this. You really think I'm gonna make?
Yo, I feel like history.
It's crazy. I don't know why you so. I don't know why you so. Why you would. You seem like you have a negative demeanor towards like what I'm saying. It's not in. When I mean by that is
my stance is my stance. I have a negative demeanor.
You said you actually said when I said. Signs a 12-year-old kingpin. You think I would just say that just to say that, God?
A 12-year-old kingpin. That doesn't sound right to me.
You think I just said that, God, just to say it?
No.
You going? When we get off the show, God, I want to show you the Fed magazine. His name is Sean Hartley. You can look it up on Instagram right now. I forgot. It's Stay Out of Prison. I had the shirt. I wear the shirt. I forgot the name of the shirt. It's something about prison. That dude was part of a gang of teenagers, God. Teenager kingpins, God. I'm not making that up. And they had killers that was part of their shit, God. So I don't know why you would think I would make something up, but we're going to move on to some positive stuff. We're going to move on to some positive stuff.
The men is a crazy.
Yeah, I feel that you taking
Nah, I don't
like
I don't
you
know
taking
what you say. Everybody got their right to their own opinion.
So that's why I say that.
But what I say is the negative demeanor and all that. Like don't try to assassinate my character. Like
you called me basically a liar on my show. No, you didn't say that word. No, you didn't. No, but my man said you said that's no. You said that's you didn't say that. Did I lie? Did I lie?
I didn't call you a liar.
No, meaning that I just said that you didn't. Did I lie?
Let's put.
Did I lie? No, God, you didn't call me a liar, but you definitely.
Next question, we go.
That's crazy, God. So 2 astronauts has been stuck in. Let's just go to your interview, God. We've been talking about other shit for too long. Let's go into AOP Vlad and AOP your movement. I wanted to speak about how we met, man. We met at the Best of the Bronx. It was me throwing an event with Covers COD. You came through. You was with the brothers. I thought you was with Breeze, Spotlight Breeze, Maury Hayes. I thought like you was actually part of the New Bronx thing until you said, spoke about you being from Harlem. So that's how we meet. You do this music thing again. I say you one of the dope ones that's out there. Talk to me about your music, how you got into it, and you know, describe your sound in what you're doing.
I want to give a shout out to my boy Spotlight Breeze, hey, Sayonara, the New Bronx. I know what's up, man. We definitely did to them. Definitely good dudes. Go tap in with their music. We are like the music of Art of Power. Art of Power is more of a culture. It don't have to just be anybody who's just randomly. It could be anybody walking down the street. It's a mindset. You know what I mean? Stands for strong mental foundation, constant elevation. Strong mental foundation, constant elevation. Forgive me. And that basically means that you're gonna be mind strong. You're gonna make sure you lock in with things while constantly elevating and moving forward. You're never gonna be looking back. You know what I mean? Until you reach your pinnacle, you could take a step back and just look and say, "Look where I came from." Our sound is nothing like. It's no copy. It's no copying. There's no sounding like nobody else. There's no everybody's making this kind of song, so we're gonna make this kind of song. We do music that means something to us and from where we came from. So we tell our story and the stories of the people that come from where we come from, because it's easy to understand. You know what I mean? As far as getting into the music thing, I had a tragic situation, and my younger brother, the Pudgy pulled up on me like, "Yo, like I gotta wait for you to outlet your pain. You know what I'm saying? Try this. You know what I'm saying? You've been messing around with it for a little while, so how about you go full-fledged with it?" You know what I'm saying? And I was like, "Yo,
take it serious."
I was like, "Yo, I basically, yo, this is a beat right here. Nah, go tap in with." I said, "I went upstairs, wrote my rap, came back downstairs. I'm like, it's the fire. This illest shit that's anybody ever heard. Rapped it. My brother told me to my face, I ain't gonna lie, that shit is not it." And the crazy thing is, from that happening right there, you know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't take that
Negatively, Trondy.
I took that as a challenge. Like, nah.
He went back upstairs and wrote, and he came outside, came back with it.
Had to come
real shit. Yeah. Because back when I was like, "This is it. This is it."
I walked down. My mom's is in the living room. I came down with that paper, and I tell you, I was hyped, man. And when he was like, "Nah, that's not it," everybody else was like,
around how old you are at this time?
This is not even that long ago.
Oh wow,
it's not long ago. I've been rapping now for 4 years.
4 or 5 years.
4 years.
Oh wow,
Yeah.
it sounds like you've been doing it much longer than that.
I appreciate
That's the crazy part.
My brother here, he was battle rapping and doing all of this way beforehand.
I got into battle rap. I started liking that, and then with battle rap, it's just that I felt like I was giving too much energy, like trying to learn about somebody, hating on somebody, and that's just not me or my character. So like that's why I fell back from battle rap. I'm like, that I can't rap about that. I can't focus my energy on not liking.
When you're battling in battle rap, you really gotta like study this person. Like, how do you get on information and stuff like that?
Personally, I don't study a person, because like I said, I never liked that. I just came with like, let me just put bars together, mix him in with it, mix his name in with it or whatever, flips, and like just have bars ready that could wow the crowd and get the crowd into it. But people do study people, look up who your baby mother is or what's your children's name to do a flip, bring somebody that you fought inside 6th grade, try to intimidate you.
Definitely a negative zone. It's a negative zone. It's a negative zone.
Goes on, but
you got somebody just yelling in your face.
And there's a lot of politics.
That's what
that's 20 cents for me, man.
When it comes to battle rap, I kind of like the smooth dudes. Pause. That's just, I thought that was say. But like Goods.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I never really like the real confrontational ones. I like the ones that's more like, it's more the delivery and what they saying, the energy when they how they doing what they do. You know?
With music, you could put like, you feel me, what you really want and put you and your message and your voice out, you know, like, so like music inspired me more and want me to write more, freestyle more, because sometimes he'll pull up out of nowhere, like, yo, we at the studio right now, like, yo, like today's Sunday, bro.
Yeah, like
right now,
Let's go do some music.
Yeah, right. But one of my things is like when it comes down to the music, especially with the art of power flow, is to make sure that we stay consistent and we just keep making more content. I think it's nothing, you can never have too much content.
Now that he bringing that up, our YouTube channel, like over 100,000 views altogether, 62 videos out, official videos with us out, and we got multiple projects out too.
I was saying off camera that work ethic.
It's in 3 years.
That's cause I know people who had YouTube channels for 10 years and got 4 videos. You know what I mean? So I would say that your work ethic, your team work ethic is at
we don't hide our songs or try to wait. Like we write something. Yeah, like
so we gonna wait for this. Yeah, wait for.
We don't hide it. We write something. We like it. We make an image for it. My daughter, she draw images. Black, he just got the camera so we can shoot videos ourselves. Like we do all types of stuff.
What kind of camera you fucking with right now?
We learn.
Right now I got a Canon.
You know, like
that's a lot. That's a lot.
The first thing we buy, like you know, the first apps we see to edit our own videos, all types of things that we trying out to cut off the middleman, cut out the middleman completely, and like cause we had people that did our stuff and we kind of did this better, or we kind of, you know, like, cause nobody gonna take it as serious as you are. Yeah, not saying that they did bad or they doing bad or whatever. It's that nobody,
your vision.
You know your vision. And which I was gonna ask you about that too. That's crazy, but no one is gonna see it how you truly see it.
Exactly.
And so if you could master the equipment that can create that vision, then it's cutting out that middleman,
and it's also a learning process
from mind to act to save.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Not one track minded. Like we got the clothing line out, so we doing a lot of different things. We had the podcast. We started a podcast. We do. What's
the podcast names?
The podcast don't even matter that I was doing. What I will say is like when it comes down to it, like we were speaking about the vision is like, for instance, what you two are doing now, and rest in peace to y'all mate. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? The way y'all knew how to get it together. Y'all probably didn't know right away. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
Like, the problem with a lot of people was that they're afraid to take that first step.
Execution.
You know what I'm saying? So now if you don't take that first step, you never know what it's going to feel, what the feel is going to be on step 20, how great you could be on step 20. You know what I'm saying? Step 1, you might be staggering and wobbling, but step 20,
you can't be
what causes the stagnation is a person being scared to fail.
Yeah.
And so once you get past, like, I don't like that, or that's not it. Like you said earlier, that's not it. If once you could get past that, everything else is simple. It's simple. Like, I think a lot of people it's the fear of just failure. The first step is what happens if it don't work.
And let me ask you, what you think? What's your definition of failure?
A failure is a lesson. I sleep with failure, which is a chapter in my book, Message to the Bag Man. I sleep with failure. If you can't sleep with failure, you're never gonna fuck with success. Mm-hmm. Know what I mean? Like, it's a. I think for a lot of people, fear goes into so many things, but we're using it in music form. But fear will stop you in your shoes. It will stop you from. It will make you a procrastinator. Mm-hmm. Definitely.
And I'm going to do this. You perfect. I mean,
because you're scared of failure. That's it. People like this. What if someone don't like what I just did? And so when you said that you wrote this rhyme, that the God told you write this rhyme, he came down and he said that's not it. For a lot of people, that would have ended their career.
That would have been done.
One and done.
It would have been.
You know what I mean?
I forgot what artist said that. That some artist told him like, nah, that's not it, and he stopped rapping.
Right.
And I was like, that's not a sad story. Like, you crazy. Like, nah, you supposed to go harder or get big enough to prove to him, like, yo, you bugging. Like, you know, that's how I feel. Like, I could never, if I'm rapping in front of a whole crowd and I don't feel like none of them will boo me, like, I don't feel that way. And even if they do, I would be like, they bugging.
It's confidence. It's confidence. A lot of people is not confident. A lot of people is, you know, their thought of what people think more than what they think is crazy.
Yeah, that's a fact.
You know what I mean? So it's how you feel. Yeah. You know what I mean? Even if even though they saying it may not be it, it's still how you feel. You know what I mean? So it's interpretation. What he may not like, someone else may like, and that's another side of getting past fear, because a lot of times we only scared of what's in front of us, but you get past that, it's so many other, like, this person who you think care, the world may care. Your block may hate your music, but Europe may love it.
Trying to pump your music when your block is one of the worst things you could do. Honestly. Cause you got this dude who see you every day, he give you £1. He seen you.
Speaking of the first time we met,
dropping a song like that, and then it comes like, oh yeah, I want you to support me. I'm not supporting you. You right here with me.
Look, at that event that we was at,
number one in all of what we do right now.
Yeah, at the event that we met you at, it was mad people that I never knew from out of town or whatever saying, yo, I fuck with your music, that I didn't think listen to my, like, yo, I like your sound before I even perform or anything. You feel me? So it be people out of town that really listen to us and, like, really
the ones you don't
know. Like, and
that's the ones who buy the products
everywhere.
That's the one who buy the products. That's the one who listen on your Spotify. That's the one who's watching your YouTube.
That's the one who's actually subscribed.
It's not your friend. It's not your friend. And
never gonna be your friend.
And you know what's the deepest part in like true business? Like, you know, they say you start with your friends, your media circles, then you go to your family, your workspace. It's when you get out of those places is where you know you're doing business.
Yeah, I honestly think that's true.
You know what I mean? Because these people fuck with you because they know you.
Mm-hmm. But these people with everybody, like, I see a lot of people put their families on and put and do it, like, you know, like, and still have they ball with their friends, like LeBron James, like, you know, that's extreme, but like. It could be a way, but it is very difficult to get out that zone where
it usually comes down to having like-minded individuals.
Yeah,
who have the same,
I think that's
facts, the same kind of goals, and they lined up and they working towards them goals. You know what I'm saying? For me, and I would jump back though, and I said, what's your definition of failure? My definition of failure isn't I started something and I tried it and it didn't work out. It's I never even did it.
Ooh,
you understand?
I agree.
I thought about it. I wanted to do it so bad, and I never did it.
I agree.
To me,
100%.
To me, that's failure. Yeah. I don't care. To me, I'd rather have a person who tried a million things, and a million things didn't work, because eventually something gonna hit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I
eventually
agree.
something gonna. But
I agree.
But if you
I never tried.
I felt it. I just never tried.
My pops used to say, nothing beats the failure but the try. And you know, and if you don't try it, you don't never know if you failed or not anyway. So if you don't get up and do nothing, then it ain't gonna go down. You ain't gonna know if it went down or not. So
people say
nothing beat the failure but the try.
I tried it and it just didn't work out.
Because there's gonna be a lot of people that judge you that would never try.
Exactly.
You know, a lot of when we deal with like a creative outlet, you know, is sometimes you got to be able to just do you without pause. You got to just do you. Like, I think some of the illest people that I ever seen in any creative space is the people who really don't give a fuck. Like, not to the point of, you know, there's always gonna be some trash people. I mean, I say that, but the people who are most free in what they do be the ones that most likely to succeed. It's like you pass that complex of thinking of other people first before thinking of yourself. Right. You know what I mean? You at the point of, I'm going to be me, in any creative space. I'm going to do this, and those people become the person who starts something. You know what I mean? I have a saying in the old office that was like, you know, the people who say it's impossible for another person, they create.
That's their own,
you know what I mean?
Personal feelings they got with themselves.
You know, or somebody like when you afraid to do the impossible, another person is going to say that's the initiator. That's the one. The person who starts something is the person who didn't care about nothing else. This is what it is, and they created something new. Most things are created in the form of seeing someone else do something and then making it your own.
Yeah, re-innovate.
You know, when somebody somebody invents something, that's something different. Invention is free from all bounds of everything else, and like I see this to be that, and this is what it is. Production wise, who are y'all dealing with? Production wise,
from the time that we really started, we firmly believe in dealing with a producer that understands your work, understands you as an artist, understands your vision. So we've been working with my guy Piff. He can follow him on Instagram. His name is Piffman, Piffman. Tap in with Piffman. We've been consistently working with him. He make beats. He know what the hell he doing, to say the least. That's it in a nutshell. He's one of them guys I could right before, because I'm really meticulous in the studio. Like when it comes to the studio, even whatever I'm doing, I gotta be sober. I gotta be on point. I gotta make sure that
I'm the complete opposite,
because like if I'm not, I'm gonna hear all of the wrongs that came from something because of the fact that I wasn't on point. You know what I'm saying? So it's like but he's one of them guys. He understands how I work. So when I'm in the studio, I'm like, yo, listen, I already did it.
Yeah, and that's the perfect.
He already understands your energy.
Don't fuck with. I got you already. Yo, but I need you to. Y'all already did it. Listen to it now. All right, perfect, cool.
Oh wow.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like I think for all artists, if it don't go no freaky, don't go bouncing around from producer to producer to producer, thinking that, or engineer to engineer to engineer, thinking that this is going to be better for me. This is going to be better for me, because every single time you meet up with a new engineer, they have to learn your rap style. They have to learn your likes.
They gotta adjust you. They gotta adjust your
voice. It's a lot of work that
they gotta see your vision.
Like you gotta make sure that you're on point. Like, you know what I mean? So I deal with Piff. So Piffman is definitely the route that we take all the time. All our music come out sounding great. It's crystal clear. His mixing skills is great. Mastering skills is great, and you know, and there's a positive relationship as well. You know what I'm saying?
What's the song that I like? Did he produce that? What's the name of the song for me? Amnesia. Is that on YouTube yet?
Amnesia is on the album that we have out on all platforms. Is the album name is called, I'm sorry, my mind is all over the place right now. Oh man.
Amnesia's my shit. If you didn't, he just performed that on Sunday. Everybody reacts. Every time I see you perform that song, people always react to that song. Crazy. Like that song. Describe the songs for a person who never heard the song. Describe the song.
Never heard the song. Amnesia was a song that I wrote to change the style. And by the way, it's on Vibrations Volume 1. All the Power Music Vibrations Volume 1 is on all platforms. The album is dope. We put a lot of work into that. Forgive me for having a little mental lapse, but the album name is Vibrations Volume 1. We put a lot of work into that album. It's nothing like you hear out here. Amnesia is a song that I wrote basically because I feel like a lot of times people tend to forget when they tend to forget all of the things and the hard work that you put in with them, the things you do for them at times. Mm-hmm. You know, sometimes we give ourselves to people so much that's
why I connected with the song.
Yeah, you give yourself to somebody so much, and when it's time for that energy to be reciprocated, it never happens. And then it's kind of, what have you done for me lately? Or they giving you a ass to kiss. So you must have amnesia.
That's why I wanted you on the show, because you supported a lot of things that I've done, and that's why I wanted you on the show. And I understand that. That's why I probably connect with that song a lot, because every time I hear that, something just resonate with myself. Like it's something, and it's the hook that when you be saying like the person forgot, you must, and that in these times where we just was talking about people supporting what you're doing, a lot of people forget. I done supported a lot of people and they get amnesia. So that's a powerful, that song to me, every time you perform, I always shake your hand on that one, like, yo.
That's a fact.
And so, the album that you talking about,
Vibrations Value 1, is on all platforms.
who's other people that's outside of yourself, is other artists featured on that?
On that album is myself, my brother. We rap as a duo, Art of Power Music. We just two of the people from our group. On that album, we only have one feature from Spotlight Breeze, and that's on Amazing Remix. Amazing Remix is definitely tough. The video is on our YouTube page, Art of Power Music. You can go like and subscribe and tap in. Spotlight Breeze is one of my brothers. He definitely, I mean, from the time, I don't have to speak of a lot, but from the time that he got back into his rap music, he made sure that anything he was doing, he always made sure me and my brother was a part of it. So without missing the beat.
He's good people.
Genuine. He got
Good peoples. Good people.
And he's dope with this music shit, you know what I'm saying? So he's in tune. Go tap in with Spotlight Breeze.
Yo, what I like about the new Bronx dudes, like
the new Bronx together, Maury Hayes, tap in with
what I like about them, they make good music. And they do that battle rap shit too.
They do the battle rap shit too.
So they be saying battle rappers can't make music. Is a lie. Because those dudes do battle rap and their music is fire. I'm not gonna front. I'm a fan of the New Bronx.
Go back and forth. Like,
I'm a fan of the New Bronx, and that's why I said when I first met the guard, I definitely was moving like that together. So I was like, yo, you like. That's why I said I automatically assumed that you was.
We all lined up. The thing is, it's two separate movements, but we work together and we collab with each other in ways. So it's like it's never. They got their thing, we got our thing going on, but at the end of the day, it's all love. It's all love there. You know what I'm saying? We support them, they support us, and you know what I'm saying? So that's a reciprocated relationship right there, man.
And you need those. Those that, you know, it's not your net worth. And it's not your, where I goes, it's about network, your network is your net worth. And that's, I fucked that up. It's not it's your network, your network is your network. And that's definitely, y'all got a great network together. AOP, the name, how did you come up with the name? Like, explain that a little bit to me.
AOP came about 2012, December 2012 to be exact, because I remember the day and time. I was chilling at one of my homies' house, and I was working. I forgot where I was working at, but we was buying everybody clothes. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, yo, everything that we wearing is the same shit everybody else got on.
Facts.
I'm tired of doing this shit. We gotta transcend this shit. Like all the money we putting into these other clothing lines, pockets, and all of that, we could be putting that into our own pockets. So I bet it turned into a hustle now. But what we gonna call it? The Art of Power, right? So you know they got the book, The Art of War. You know what I'm saying? So the Art of Power.
Sun Tzu.
You know what I'm saying? The Art of Power. The name Art of Power came from Art of War. You understand? So now
that's dope.
So instead of us utilizing the weaknesses of our competitors, we gonna take all of the strengths away from them and use them to our advantage. So that was the Art of Power. Instead of thinking about all the more mental, we gonna strong arm this shit. So Art of Power came in. Then that's when I came up with the phrase. We gonna go as a strong mental foundation and constant elevation, because we gonna keep going up with this shit. We ain't gonna stop. So that's where the clothing line came from. It wasn't even about music initially.
Wow.
Yeah. Going back to the other story when he made that song and we like listening to the music that we make, Hope was that song. If that's on YouTube too, if y'all want to hear that, it's called Hope. But after we made that, we like, yo, nah, this is crazy. And then like we was like, I'm looking at him like, what we like, we about to, what we doing?
It's something.
So like,
you got something.
All the Power clothing turned into all the Power music, and like it don't stop there. Yeah,
All the Power music became a branch of All the Power. Period. So you got All the Power clothing, All the Power music, and now you have All the Power visions.
Yeah,
now we doing our own videos. The latest last two videos up on YouTube were shot by us. We shot them at home. I edited them. He shot the video. My brother even helped shoot the video. Like,
what editing program you fucking with right now?
It's a Fast Cut Pro.
Okay.
I use Fast Cut Pro.
Okay.
Yeah, I ain't gonna speak on the plugin that I use, you know, because I ain't like the bandwagon.
Nah, that's a good program.
Fast Cut Pro is definitely a good program. If y'all want, y'all could definitely pull up with the sponsorship. We could talk more about this. You know what I mean? As long as the money talks.
Always trying to go for that. Always trying to go for that.
You know what I'm saying? But it's a great program, but it makes it easier. I still had to do my homework. I've never picked up a camera and edited anything before. My brother, we shoot stuff on the.
That's what we.
But as far as picking up a damn camera and shooting a video and getting the scenes and putting them together,
we got a couple of videos on YouTube shot with my iPhone.
But
you might not never know. You might not even know this.
We taking it to another level because we feel that passionate about the music that we make. So now it's like
you gotta invest in yourself.
Now we gonna continue to invest in ourselves and keep building. And it's not necessarily about cutting out the middleman, because there's gonna be some times where I'm gonna want a certain cameraman to pull up like, yo, bro, I need
outsource.
Yeah, I need you to tap in with this with me real quick. You know what I'm saying? But for the time being, we gonna keep on working behind closed doors. And so far, the two videos that were shot by All the Power Vision, which is us, All the Power Music, has turned out very well, and I'm more than pleased.
Yeah. One day you came to our event, and you actually brought your daughter.
Yeah.
Explain the feeling of you doing what you're doing and having your daughter there to see what you're doing.
My thing, like for me, my daughter is everything to me. You know what I'm saying? My daughter is everything to me. I go head to head with God for my kid. You know what I'm saying? No disrespect to the man upstairs, but my daughter is everything to me. You know what I'm saying? That's my biggest motivation, because at the end of the day, in this world, regardless of who's around, I'm what she got left. You know what I'm saying? She got her uncles and her aunts and everybody who love her to death, and they'll do the same thing. And we like the same way with all our children. But for me, you know, it's nothing like your father's love. A daddy-daughter relationship is impenetrable, especially on my end. So it's like having her see me do things after coming from out of a dark space I came out of. You know what I'm saying? And her seeing me go hard allows her to go hard too. You know what I'm saying? So we're not going to allow anything to ever happen to us in our lives to keep us down and rock bottom. So having her at the show that day, I'm not going to lie, was man, that was my favorite.
That's the dope. I can imagine that's a dope feeling.
That was one of my personal favorite shows, man, because she was right there and she enjoyed it. She was linking with DJ Miami.
Yeah, true. Miami Joe. You know what's crazy? Because I have a son, 21 years old, and he never been in shit that I've done. Like, he don't want to sit in nothing. He's in his own world. So to have a person who really want to be there to experience what you're doing, and a lot of times that just shows the belief that they have in whoever. For you, your daughter, that's a belief in you, and that was dope. I'm not going front. That was a dope experience to see that even happening, because you did 3 songs that day. Yeah. You know what I mean? So that was to see that. There's people like myself who would love to have my son come be a part of something that I was doing. So that's dope. That's dope.
What if she wanted to be a part of this world? Like, she like, Dad, I wanted to be on stage. I want to take this music, like, knowing what you know about the music industry that you done see now, would you want her to step into that?
With my guidance, I have no problem with it. If my daughter wants to do something, I would implore her to do the things that she want to do, as long as they're within the realm of self-respect. You know what I'm saying? And upholding her moral values. I would never allow her or support her putting herself in any predicament that's going to be detrimental to her health, mentally, physically, emotionally, or spiritually. That is something I would never do. Not for no hoes, not for no ice, not for no fame, nor bright lights. None of that mean nothing at the end of the day, because at the end of the day, all you have is the breath in your lungs and the smile you can put on your face. If you can't face yourself in the mirror based off of the things you've done, you know that things ain't right. You know what I'm saying? There's some things you can't take back. Yeah. So before I allow her to slip like that, I'm going to do everything I can to be that barrier between her and the cruel world that we do live in.
Yeah, I was just watching yesterday in the podcast, what was the show? The Billionaires. Yeah. The subject of the show was father, girl fathers was the topic of the show. Very interesting conversation. I have a son. I only have only one child, so I don't understand that dynamic. So watching both of the hosts have daughters, and to hear that conversation, it was a great conversation. Make sure you check out the Billionaires last episode. I think it's called the father of a daughter or daughter of something like that.
What do they call them?
It was Girl Dad.
Girl Dad.
No, that's what it was. Girl Dads. So
I know it's a specific title for them.
Where do you see you and your movement within the next 6 months? Forget 5 years. 6 months. Where you see yourself?
Within the next 6 months, I see me and my brother and other people, a part of Art of Power, just doing the main thing that a lot of people don't do, and that's not giving up. You know what I mean? We gonna keep making music. We got music coming out now. We putting a project together at this moment. It's probably gonna drop right there in the middle of the fall. I'm not allowing me and my brother or anyone that's really down to roll 150% to waste their talent and waste their time. You never know what could happen. You could put songs out now, and 5 years from now, that song will pop. You know what I'm saying? But for me, I do it, and we do it for the love, because we love making music. We love performing. I don't care where I'm at. And some people don't do it for the love. Some people doing it because they're looking for money from it. Yeah,
for the bag.
It's great for you to get the bag from it. Yeah, but like I said, failure is you not making that effort. And we're going to keep making that effort. We're going to keep building our catalog, and eventually the light going to shine where it need to shine at. You know what I mean?
Do you be checking out your analytics when it comes to your YouTube page? Like where it's coming from? Like where the energy of your subscribers or the people that's tuning into what you're doing?
Most of it's weird, because I believe Dove, he's the one who really be handling a lot of that, and he can speak on it more.
I check it out once or twice a week, and it don't mean nothing really, because people listening, but they not subscribing, and you could see that, because you could see that they tell you who's not subscribing and looking, the percentage, like so it'd be like 83% not subscribed.
Watch this shit.
Wow. So, on a consistent basis. So it's like,
wow, that just sounds, that's extreme.
Which I said in the beginning, which I called it. The ghost
followers, aka the ghost riders, aka the ghost followers. So that's extreme.
I even have people
crazy,
but it go deeper than that, because I could have people that will stop me in the street like, yo, I heard your song, da da da. Tell me I listen to it every day, da da. And I know for sure that they don't subscribe. I know for sure they won't comment or like. But I don't hold it against nobody. I just understand that that's how the world works.
What that means to me.
17. That's crazy.
I mean, I can look it up.
Like, that's crazy.
Well, for me, what that tells me is that is we have an issue. Our biggest thing we got to tap in with is, and I would tell all artists or aspiring artists, one of the biggest things you got to tap in with, and which is going to be about 85% of your budget, is going to be your marketing.
Facts.
Your music comes last.
I was dead on.
Look,
That's extreme. I follow in it.
Really,
That's extreme.
for anyone who think that we just bullshit,
and we don't pay for because
anyone who think that
You
we
have,
bullshit,
and you have a high. The people who's watching, you have a high number also. So that's crazy. I want to say this.
we get like 3,000 a month, 3,000 views.
I think it's time for y'all to go to South by Southwest. I think you need to do the South by Southwest. What's the other one in Atlanta?
The AC3.
Yeah, AC3. You need to do Art Basel. Know why? Because those are the people that's going to get that number up. Them people that you're gonna do your music in front of will be the ones to follow and subscribe.
yeah.
You know what I mean? When we that's a deep analytic there, because to have a high watch rate and that number be like that, it's supposed to be reversed.
Probably the opposite. Yeah.
So that I think you need to go it's time to hit. If I were you, hit South by Southwest first. Do at least 4 to 5 stages out there, and it's not, to be honest with you, it's not that expensive. Even as a person just going there, you could probably bogart your way to a lot of stages for almost nothing, because the whole strip is popping. And think about how we do showcases over here. Just think about 40 of those is going on. And so they want you just to, for a lot of places, just to support their bar.
That's it.
Know what I mean? So you could actually bogart just yourself into a lot of those off rip. I would sign up prior to 1 or 2, like the This Is 51, which be in Peckerhead, pause, the Peckerwood, pause. That's one of the major ones. That's the one. That's the name of the spot. I can never do nothing.
That's not this time.
That is one of the main spots. That's where I've been there. That's where Baby performed. That's where, who else I seen there? Most of T.I. there. I forgot the artist back in the day that used to be with Gucci Man, Orange, Mr. Juice Man, all that. Yeah. Those stages is the stages that most of the people who become who they become, they touch that particular spot. And it's usually thrown by the This Is 50 people. Heineken is the person who usually behind it. That is like a major stage over there. Everyone touches that stage. And so I think the fact that what makes South by Southwest so crazy is the fact that everyone is from different states. It's not a Texas thing. You probably going to run into less Texas people than you're going to run into California, North Carolina, Memphis. You know what I mean? Everybody else.
It is the way, because it's like I said earlier. If you just looking for your music to be popping on your block or in your neighborhood, you gonna fail. If you're looking for anything you doing to pop by the people that's surrounding you, that's not the true measure of success. Success is when you can have it everywhere consistently and it's working. And now you to the point where it's happening effortlessly and organically. You looking for your people in your neighborhood to support you. That's not organic. That's you, yo, bro. This is my song. Go play my shit with me. Nah, let it happen where they just playing.
Most people go away and then come back. Like when you think about the Tekashi 6ix9ine. The funny thing about Tekashi 6ix9ine, he was already who he was before him going to the gang shit. He already was overseas, crazy. Him and Trippie Redd was overseas, crazy, getting money, big money, and coming back. And so when he got with them, it was really for I believe, yes, street credibility. You know what I mean? It wasn't the fact that they was doing some management business shit that was better than him. No, it was more of he was becoming bigger. His star was shining more, and and the fact that he wanted some real people to be next to him when he's back over here. Overseas, you're not going through that, but when you come here, you might go through the occasional extorter, bully, or whatever. So he associated.
Tell you better check in. We need 20,000 on the check in. This is the.
I actually met Tekashi 6ix9ine at DTF Radio before he becomes 6ix9ine. His hair is black, and he sent me two of his first videos. And I'm one of the first radio stations before he leave is DTF that he came to. And he was nothing. He was running around with a crew called Scum Gang, if I'm not mistaken, back at that time. And he wasn't who he was. It's when he goes overseas that he accumulate his notoriety, his fan base builds there first, and then he comes back here and he's already kind of in position. And so that's what most people, New York people, usually do the Chitlin circuit or something. You know what I mean? And like just to get away from here for a cheap or that's a more affordable. Because if you try to go to Cali side, you might have to spend a little bit more change.
More money you making.
But you could take the whip straight down the Chitlin circuit and hit everything. Boom, boom, boom. South by Southwest is a perfect beginning. AC3, I haven't been there, and I haven't heard that much about it, so I can't really speak about it. But from a person who went to South by Southwest 4 or 5 years in a row, we used to do interviews in the hotel room there. And it was the melting pot for y'all. Like, I think that you should do like a year or 6 month run here. Just South by Southwest is in March. So I think you should just like already know that you're going there and try to push a single or two.
Tri-state.
Like not right now, like I'm focused on these songs right here. So by the time you get to there, it already be a kind of a buzz already. That's how D Chambers. I was with D Chambers and Cortez, and D Chambers had that French Montana song at that time. And it was bubbling here, and then he went down there to push it so other people outside of here can see, like really focus on. You gotta, one of the keys in this game is pushing a record. We move into new music all the time. Sometimes it may take a year or two to pop a song. I think that in Amnesia song, it has, and not the reason why I'm sticking to that song. The first time you did it, it connected, and I have an ear for music that. If I can remember a little bit of a hook or a little bit of a lyric off the first time hearing it, it's something. It's just natural. I can't explain it. It's just one of them things like that. Like I hear it one time, if it catches on to me, I'm like, it's like when I smoke certain weeds, new strains. Mm-hmm. If I smoke and that shit make me sneeze or something, I'll be like, oh, that's the next strain that's going to be hot. And like I did peanut butter breath. Or the popping weed that's popping. When I smoked it for the first time, I was like, oh no, that's it. When I heard Amnesia, that's how I felt. And every time you do the song, I always come up to you like, yo, Amnesia, yo, that's a song that I would say push.
It was funny because when I wrote that song, I wrote that joint in the middle of the night. I heard the beat. And I was writing, so I called my brother like 20 times that are like, yo, listen to this. What do you think about that? He's like, yo, bro, it's 2 in the morning, bro. I'm like, yo, but listen, bro, I think
it's a hit.
And he was like, I ain't gonna lie to you. That shit different.
It's a hit. Yeah, that was his lyrics and the
you know how we go to the
goes together.
You know how we go to the studio. He go to the studio. He do the whole song, and then he turn around to me like, yo, I want you on this song. I'm like, yo, bro, that's you right there. That's your song.
To me, it's a hit. I think that you just gotta get it in front of the right person, and that's why in the modern time when people push music. They push it for a short time and then they leave it alone. But a lot of the songs that we know as hits, you may have heard that shit for a year. Mm-hmm. before the world heard it.
A lot of people listen to music they don't even like because it's so constant, and then they start liking the song they don't even like because they hear it consistently.
And so you gotta, that's where the investment comes in. You know what I mean? In marketing, like you said, that is one of them songs. I say you need 3 of those to run around with. Like these are when you do your sets, you putting up, you still trying new music, but it's
that got to be
true indeed. You gotta even if it's the one verse, or one with a verse and a hook, like that should be something that you put attention to. And if you have 3 of those, you could run around for a year pushing those, still doing new music.
Still doing, don't mean
still. It don't stop nothing. But those 3 songs, you push. And so I think people don't know the art of pushing a record. And like we're so in a microwave world. Mm-hmm. But this is the reality. The people who get the money is not in that world. We're the people who's low on the pole be on that mentality. Like I've been around people, they be like, yo, I'm gonna do some new music tonight. Like every time I'm like, how do we connect with you? How do we connect with you? Like when a person, if I saw you in this spot and I like that song, but then when I see you showing, you like
this shit, you want some
whole other shit. I'm like,
you don't feel like that's also putting the artist in the box? Like, oh, if I make a singing song, I have to always sing on a song.
No, I'm just talking about in this pushing a record.
Oh, just pushing the record.
Pushing a record for at least a year. If you got 3 bangers, like you saying that I'm gonna say the best way for a person to know is when people talking about that song to you personally, like, yo, somebody.
How much you think you should invest to push a song, and what you think is criteria?
In these modern times, it became more expensive because everybody is doing payola. Mm-hmm. And so what I mean by that is, it's very rare, dude, that an artist cracks purely off of their music. Most of it is they pay. When you see that person on the rap radar, he paid to be there. It wasn't because he heard somebody, the Gabe heard that song, was like, yo, that shit is dope, come on my show.
That's funny. A lot of people, I know a lot of artists go through this. People hit you up to pay for followers, pay for that. And I had people tell me that wanted to produce us or a lot of things that told us like, hey, just pay for followers and pay for likes and stuff. And we think that's so not organic, but it's artists that's way bigger than us, like that's mainstream, that's paying for followers and stuff.
They do it too. But it's called marketing.
Yeah, but
here's the funny part.
But they said they do it because if I got 10,000 followers, they most likely is gonna listen to my song. But if I have 100 followers, they're not gonna think the song.
How about this? You're younger, so you're coming from the time of scamming is what drugs was to us. Scamming is to the younger crowd, right? Mm-hmm. And so that's why so many young artists is big. They didn't pay for that out their pocket. More likely than not, they swiped that shit. And they swiped Google, what's that shit called?
Google
Ads. We put $25. Your dude to swipe it for $2,500.
But Google Ads is different from paying for bots.
So this, you're right, 100%. But
that's real viewers.
But I would rather put $2,500 to Google Ads than $2,500 towards bots.
Yeah, bots is all.
You know what I mean? So when you talk about marketing,
but that got a lot of artists on by faking it.
They have this. So not to say for us to do it, but imagine everybody saved their phones instead of giving it back or getting rid of the phone. Imagine in these places, it's called a farm, that people have 200 phones in a room looking at a video. You know what I mean? That's a reality That's a I know people who do it with buying from Supreme, which I never knew. One of my young boys put me onto that, and he said, yeah, my man got the box and shit like that. I'm like, what? But imagine having a room for that. They have farms. They have view farms everywhere.
Think new artists should do things like
no, I'm not saying to do it, but I'm saying like
I'm asking.
I'm saying is, are you truly playing in the game? Because that's the big artists do that also. So are you really? I'm not saying it's wrong, but at the same time, I'm saying there are people who's doing it and successful at it. Not to say that that's correct or not correct, but as we just said, we got known artists who's doing that. Matter of fact, Kendrick Lamar, when he did Not Like Us, they said that, rumor, I don't know the truth, but they said that he paid a person to do a certain amount of that, 30 million. Know what I mean? And Kendrick Lamar is Kendrick Lamar. Now, I'm saying this, he's probably equivalent to the scammer because he can afford to pay for it.
Yeah.
We probably be like, nah, because what happened if later, when they do the sweep of the numbers,
when they
and now your number drops, we be like, fuck. But for the person who is like, ain't no tricking if you got it type of thing, the people who got it be like, huh, the person who just swipe it, boom. So I'm not saying it's right or wrong, but we see that established artists is doing these tactics also. Before we close out, man, I want to know about musically, what you got coming out next. You know, what's the plans for the new music? Also, where can we find the old music? You know, let my audience know, or our part of self let our audience know where they could find the old music at, and what's some of the plans for the new music that you're about to drop or soon to drop.
As far as any music that we have, it's on our YouTube page, Art of Power Music. Once again, Art of Power Music is the YouTube page. It's spelled out as is, Art of Power Music.
You could also find us on Instagram, Art of Power Music, Art of Power Clothing. Also, and on Tubi. I mean,
it says Tubi on Tidal.
Yeah, we're on Tidal. We're on what's the other one?
Tidal, Apple Music,
Spotify.
We on
Art of Power Music. If you type that in, our names will pop up.
If you go on Tidal or Apple Music or whatever, there's gonna be AOP Black and Dub Pudgy. It's gonna come up. You're gonna see it. We got 2 projects out right now. As far as the next project, we're not forcing it. What we're gonna do is we're gonna make sure that we lock in and practice what we preaching right now, and actually tap into this marketing, and actually like as we say, keep investing in ourselves. Things don't ever happen when you want them to happen. Things only happen when God had a plan for you to happen. So you just gotta sit back and be patient. It's the biggest virtue. What I will say is that we will continue to keep moving forward. And I said it in one of my rhymes. We waited for our time to rhyme Atlanta. I punched my only ticket. The fact that we chose not to give up. See, that's the only difference. Getting to this bag on a higher scale is the only mission. We great, but we're going to have to switch them and make their families miss them. We don't play about it. We rap. We got bars. We really passionate about what we do. And if you love rap music the way we love rap music, the way S.STREET Media love rap music and music in general, y'all should tap in with us, man. It's AOP Black and it's Dub Pudgy.
That's a fact.
If there was a platform right now that's out there that you can be on, that you want to be on, what platform would it be to push what you're doing? Do you see yourself on a Punchline Academy? Do you see yourself on a Rap Radar?
I'll tell you like this, because there's a lot of platforms that support rap, and whatever platform supports rap, or whatever platform feel like bars is necessary, We could go on any one of these situations and we'll tear that shit the fuck down. Guarantee.
That's a fact.
Guarantee. We don't sound like nobody else, but we go harder than everybody else. And I can say that for sure. Just watch. There's nothing that we scared of. The bars is there. The music is there. We make songs. We make music. That's why this is all the power of music. And we're going to make sure that we go hard. Any platform that is available and open, give us a chance to tap in. And y'all see the difference, man.
Yeah, I definitely could see you on something like a Sway or the Blockwork shit. You know, this shit. But right now, that is, I could see y'all doing that energy-wise, like how your performance is. I could see you that visually being like something that would be a great start.
The
punchline shit is more for like the backpack rappers, so I wouldn't say that. The Rap Radar, a lot of that is a major platform.
I'll go in there and kill that shit.
My
brother will go in there.
I think y'all need to fuck with that, man.
And the difference is we do all different types of music. Like we in tune with everything. Like we got balls. We could go commercial. We could sing in our music.
What pun say? You think so? Why allow you want to dance?
It's like I'm a lot of damn words. So we not one dimensional either. Like we really do this.
Nah, it's just really just, you know, if anybody's hearing what we saying and you taking it personally, you need to take it personally, because you got niggas out here that's real passionate about this music shit, and all the power music is gonna make sure that we come in and really just keep it about music. You know what I'm saying? If it has to go anywhere further than that, then y'all could keep that. The negative energy that anybody's trying to bring around, we don't want that. If it's nothing to do with music and positivity, we don't want nothing to do with it, man. That's just where it's at. It's not saying they can't go there. It's just saying that we trying to do something that's positive for our children, for our family, that our people could look up to us and be proud of. And that's just where it's at, man. We do this for the love.
I appreciate y'all coming on the show, dog. I know we're kind of crazy, but that's what build is going to build.
What's the name of the show?
It's the Hangout, man.
Exactly.
It's like the barbershop. It's like the corner. We're gonna debate. I'm gonna say this, man. I appreciate y'all for coming through. I really believe in what you're doing. I would not ask you to be here if I didn't believe in what you were doing.
Appreciate you.
I think y'all got great music out there. I seen you do freestyles over shit. I seen you produce dope songs. I seen you go through so many genres of sound and do it effortlessly. I told you, I'm they call me RZA. You know what I mean? But I think that y'all have the it factor, you know. And one thing that a lot of people don't got is a good work ethic, and work ethic defeats all these human beings. These human beings is defeated by work ethic. You got to keep attacking. There's, I seen people who have a great momentum for 3 months, and then I don't see them for 3 years. You know what I mean? And so right now, I see y'all as y'all got the momentum. You have your ambition is on 20. Your persistence in what you're doing is crazy. I seen you bring out you are definitely a lot of people. But let me say this: a lot of the people in the game ain't this. They ain't drawers.
Nah.
Pause. But you a draw. I seen you bring people come to see you perform. And a nice amount, not one person. I'm talking about you done had 10 people there pull up. So you have a momentum. And so I respect that, your work ethic, your ambition. I respect that. And I see very big things in what you're doing. I see you succeeding, and success may not be motherfuckers signing a deal. You may be creating a record label. Yeah. You know what I mean? So
part of power music.
I see the vision, and I see that your team is definitely like they believe in you. And so for a lot of us, I say us, it's hard to get people to believe in a vision. Know what I mean? And if a person rides with you in the vision, that's the person that you got to respect the most. Anything you got to say, God?
Yo, I want to thank you for coming out. I done seen you rock the stage a couple of times, bro. And when you explain the work ethics and everything else, that's what we look for. Definitely, me owning a label and look for artists, things like that. It's hard because sometimes they be like, "Oh, I'm tired today." You can't be tired when you want to look for when you looking for what you're trying to get. So definitely, that I respect everything you do right there. Definitely,
We appreciate that.
Yeah. Yo, his son do music. It's PS3.
Yeah.
Dope artist himself. So check out his music. PS3, the real PS3. The real PS3. I'm Mathematics.
I'm Raw.
We got AOP Black. We got Pudge in the motherfucking building.
Yeah.
And
Pudge ready to go outside.
yeah.
What you doing with me for?
It's time, boy. You start at 11. What time is it?
It's probably 1:11. That's it. We right here.
We're supposed to go to 7-3.
Yo, this is what we do. This is the Hangout. Thank y'all for checking us out. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Don't be a ghost rider, aka a ghost follower. Make sure we don't want our analytics looking crazy. Our shit's supposed to be looking fucking crazy.
Analytics be crazy.
Good crazy.
So
Y'all can like and subscribe to that page. All the power music. You don't gotta be weird about it. You could just subscribe, man. But if you don't want to subscribe, just keep watching. I don't mind our views.
keep watching. Keep the numbers up. Keep the numbers up. Keep the numbers up.
We don't care about the.
Oh, I don't mind though, but whenever you feel comfortable, you know what I mean? Welcome home, baby. You know what I mean?
Please.
I appreciate that. That's for it. Okay, keep it going, baby.